Hi friends. Today I'm going to highlight for you a just a short 1-minute video. If you like it, I will reach out to the person featured in this clip and also see what I can find in the Nurtured Heart training materials to see if there's stuff I can share here. Because I definitely have seen longer versions of what I'm going to show today that highlights this brilliant teacher's approach to classroom management using the Nurtured Heart approach. I'm not a teacher myself. I had considered that as a profession, and so I really admire teachers, especially of young children, and the classroom management processes where you kind of get a group working together. And this teacher has done that so beautifully. And so I want to show you a little, like I said, it's only 1 minute long. And if I can figure out the tech, I'm going to show it to you. Darn it, I forgot my microphone. You guys, I got to get it together. Emily D. Baker says, we are professionals. I got to take it easy on myself. I am a professional. How is the audio? I may have to redo the beginning of this, but I'm going to assume that my audio is capturing because the little green lines on my system are showing variability, which makes me think I am being recorded. Anyhow, I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to pull up this video and then I will. I'm going to first of all I'm going to put it on slow play because this is a teacher managing a classroom of young children. So she's bringing a lot of energy to that work. And so she talks really fast. I'm going to slow it down and kind of make sure that we hear the words that she's using and then highlight for you just how brilliant she's doing with the Nurtured Heart approach. So what I'm going to do is display capture, turn that on. If you want to look this video up, it's put up by Sam Healy. Let's make Debbie small. This one, if you look for "kiss your brains" for that, is the phrasing that I knew I was looking for with this video. But it's put out by Sam Healy, and then most importantly, the teacher. You'll see right here in the very beginning of this, we're going to get her describing her work with the classroom, and let's see, the name that you'll see written on this video is Yolanda, I think it's Yolanda Mahoney. Although on Sam Healy's copy of this video, down in the comments section, Yolanda has commented like, thanks for showing my video. And in that, she's listed as Yolanda Thorne. So I'm on a mission to see if I can find her and interview her and talk with her about this brilliant video. And then I also would like to show some highlight more of this. If you guys are as impressed with this strategy playing out in this beautiful setting with this teacher, then I will. I'm going to try and make that happen for us. But here's the video. Like I said, I'm going to pause as we go. And away we go.
Teaching at a school that's about 97% free and reduced lunch comes with a lot of challenges. You could have been fussing and feuding and yelling about what you...
Okay, so here we have Yolanda in the setting of her classroom. She began by talking about the struggles that she has in a socioeconomically challenged community is where she is teaching, and she is bringing a lot of energy to this classroom. And she starts right out by letting people know. So it's part of Nurtured Heart to talk about the greatness that she's seeing in her class, and also what might have been awful. So that's part of what we're doing in Nurtured Heart is we're highlighting what could be happening that would be terrible. So that's what she's talking about right here. You could have been is what she's saying. So I'm going to rewind it a little so you can hear it.
A lot of challenges. You could have been fussing and feuding and...
You could have been fussing and feuding.
yelling about what you wanted, but you were respectful.
So then she switches. You could have been doing these things, but instead you chose. So it's really about empowering. We use the language of like positive feedback in Nurtured Heart, but it's so much richer than that. It goes far beyond catch them being good. You can tell right off in this, what am I on 12 seconds into this video, about 5 seconds into the classroom management, you can tell that Yolanda has put in the work with this class because they already have this rhythm. This isn't the first time that she has, that they have heard her say, you know, pointing out the positive way that they came back without fussing and feuding and just getting right down to the work of it. So she's pointing that out. Other ways to say that, I've noticed that, you didn't fuss, you didn't, it could have gone badly. Instead, you came in, and then she's going to start describing the ways that they are engaging with their content or with their learning material. And, why I say it's obvious that that this classroom has been working on these strategies for a while is they already know when she says discipline and respect, she has already helped these kiddos understand, what does respect look like? What does discipline look like? What does teamwork look like? What does our well-behaved classroom look like? She's done that work. I don't know what time in the school year they took this video, but the classroom knows the deal. And they are so engaged with being pointed out their greatness in their classroom management. And they're also like, every teacher, every family, every parent wants their kids to be respectful and disciplined and on task and learning. Of course we do. But we will say things like, why don't you respect me? Or you're showing disrespect. But those words don't mean anything until we see it. And so the lovely thing about Nurtured Heart is, and with Yolanda's work with these kids, is she has helped them see, what does respectful behavior look like? So in these young minds, they are getting a concept of, oh, this is what you mean by be respectful. What does discipline look like? This is what you mean. What does good learning, good participating in my group? And then she takes it up a notch. So you have the overall class is a group together, but she also has, from what I can tell from this clip, tribes in her classroom. So she's in particular highlighting tribe number 1 is the rest of the language that she's using here. But you can tell that the work has gone into it. They have done this dance 1,000 times. They know the rhythm of a teacher who's pointing out their greatness, and these kids respond beautifully to it. I just love it so much. Okay, let's continue watching.
But you were respectful to each of your classmates in your tribe. You know what that shows? It shows discipline. Exactly, Brianna. Thank you, Haley. And it shows teamwork. It shows you are disciplined first graders.
Okay, so disciplined first graders. She's pointing out teamwork, discipline. She's pointing out respect. These are concepts that when you're implementing a Nurtured Heart in your family or in your classroom, you kind of think about, like, what are the values that I want to instill? I've had a lot of people come to me clinically. I wish that my child would respect me more, right? That's not an unusual goal. So if you're the teacher or you're the parent and you're like, how do I work on finding, helping my child to become more respectful because they're missing that skill. They don't know what that means. Finding ways to demonstrate it to them and then pointing out when they're doing it is how they learn it. And so, again, they've done this dance many, many times. They know exactly what she's talking about.
Discipline first graders and you have teamwork. Kiss your brains for that.
And then we're kissing our brains, right? You're disciplined first graders. Kiss your brain for that. I don't know if Yolanda created that phrase. I love that phrase. I have used that phrase ever since I first saw this video several years ago. Kiss your brains for that. I will use that phrase all the time. You guys will hear that from me, probably more often than you would like to, but her delivery of it is lovely. And then these kids, look at the way they respond. They are learning how to love their brain, which we should. It's so lovely.
The challenge of focusing on the positive every day in the classroom, and every little thing that you see going right, to call it out and just watch the transformation from the children. It gives them their energy to keep doing what's right. You have done an excellent job this entire reading lesson. You have shown so much discipline. You waited patiently to raise your hand, and we really appreciate that. How does that make you feel? Make you feel really happy? I'm proud of you for that. Show that discipline the rest of the day.
Okay, so you can see she's reinforcing the themes. This kiddo knows exactly what she's talking about. Oh, I am being a good teammate. I am being disciplined in the classroom, right? And so proud of that. She's going to go on to continue honoring this kiddo for getting back on task. So in Nurtured Heart, when you kind of lose your, having some trouble, she calls it doing a reset, and this person it's only a minute clip, so we don't know what was happening before, but I think that this kiddo was having some trouble being on task excuse me, and did a good job after whatever consequence there was for that, or timeout for that, or whatever the reset process was for that. The kiddo came back and was right back on task. So that's another thing. She's continuing to illuminate. Look at you. You're coming back on task really beautifully. So let me rewind that so you can hear it.
Discipline the rest of the day. You came back and got right on track. You proud of him, child one?
Okay. So she's asking, are you proud? And she's asking,
who's ready to hatch some cool pets? Click here to make your
You guys, I'm so sorry. I knew that was going to happen. Oh my God. The technology is going to kill me. Sometimes I think maybe I should learn how to work with this technology before I start my channel and start launching things and blah, blah, blah. Maybe I should perfect this before I put videos out. I'm like, if I do that, it's going to be another 6 years before I get it done. So can't do that. But all that to say, thank you to Yolanda for this beautiful demonstration of classroom management using the Nurtured Heart technique. And I just am so excited for every kiddo who has the opportunity to have a teacher like Yolanda that is using these ideas of really deeply enriching these kiddos and letting them know what their greatness is from the get-go, from first grade. And then she's building in these other layers, which I think are her own creation of little tribes within her classroom. And if I ever get a chance to meet her, I will explore with her more about what the overall classroom management strategy is, because I know it goes beyond just the Nurtured Heart language that she's using. But boy, if you ever wanted to be inspired on what a good Nurtured Heart classroom can look like, Yolanda is demonstrating it beautifully, and you can see these kids. What a gift. I hope you enjoyed this as much as me. I'll see you on the next one.